Footsteps echoed in the mansion. But no one was supposed to be home. In the grand hallway, a classical hymn played softly on repeat. But upstairs, silence. The neighbors hadn't seen the family in weeks. The milk and newspapers were piling up, and when police finally entered the house, they found 5 bodies, carefully placed, covered in towels, all murdered days ago. The father? Gone. This is the horrifying case of John List, a man who went to church on Sunday and slaughtered his entire family on Monday. It was 1971. John List was a devout Lutheran, an Army veteran, and an accountant. He lived in a 19-room mansion in Westfield, New Jersey, with his wife, 3 children, and elderly mother. To outsiders, the Lists were picture perfect. Church every week, quiet kids, a polite religious household. But underneath the surface, John was crumbling. He had lost his job, bills were mounting. His wife was mentally ill, and his pride wouldn't allow failure. He didn't tell anyone. Instead, he made a decision. On the morning of November 9th, 1971, John List made his children breakfast. Then he retrieved 2 handguns. First, he shot his wife in the kitchen, then his mother upstairs. Next, he waited for his 16-year-old daughter and 13-year-old son to return home from school. He killed them one by one. Then, calmly, he drove to the bank, canceled all accounts, mailed letters to relatives, and vanished. But before he left, he did something truly chilling. He turned on the lights, set the thermostat low, and played a religious hymn on repeat throughout the house. It wasn't until nearly a month later that neighbors grew suspicious. The lights were always on, even in the middle of the day. There was no movement, no one answering the door. When police broke in, they found the bodies of his wife, 3 children, and mother, all laid out on sleeping bags in the ballroom. A letter from John was left behind. He claimed he had saved their souls, that the world's evils would corrupt them. It was a calculated, cold-blooded mission. John List disappeared without a trace. No credit card use, no records, no sightings. For 18 years, he was one of America's most wanted fugitives. He had changed his name, remarried, and started a new life as Robert Clark in Virginia. Then came a breakthrough. In 1989, America's Most Wanted aired a clay reconstruction of his face, aged with forensic artistry. A viewer recognized him. The FBI tracked him down, and the illusion came crashing down. John List was arrested and convicted in 1990. In court, he remained emotionless. He claimed he believed he'd reunite with his family in heaven, once God forgave him. He received 5 life sentences and died in prison in 2008. But the haunting question remains: how can a man kill his entire family, calmly, methodically, and go to dinner afterward like nothing happened? The John List case isn't just a story of murder. It's a story of pride, pressure, religion, and the horrifying lies we tell ourselves to justify the unthinkable. He wore a suit to kill. He wiped his prints. He disappeared for 18 years. But in the end, the truth always surfaces, even if it's whispered from the unsolved.